Now we are live. Live again. Let's try this one more time.
I haven't gotten the alert on my phone yet.
I know. I haven't gotten the notification yet either. Testing 1, 2, 3.
There we are. I got it.
We're back.
Yep.
All right.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm piggybacking off of Walmart's free Wi-Fi here. So let's see how well it does.
Doing well so far.
Yeah, we might be taxed a little, but all right. Let me just share this guy from the road. More options. Share to reduce feed.
Is Abby going to join us this morning?
No, she's not.
Oh.
From Missouri. How do you spell Missouri?
Let me look it up for you.
I think it's MISSOUR. 2 R's. One R.
MISSOURI.
There you go. All right, so we've got a good show today. We've got Mr. Matt coming in at 7:30, as always, to talk all things Templeton High School sports activities. It is a dead week before seniors and dead week before finals, before the student body gets into the finals. I think that starts Thursday or Friday. We've got Josh Aston, the principal at Templeton High School, who will be in this morning also at 8:15. 8:30, we've got Templeton Youth Football. Lori Mann, Kayla, and Randy Doty will be on to talk Templeton Youth Football with us as well.
Okay.
So we've got a hard stop here at 8:45 this morning. I've got to jump on a Zoom call for something else here at 8:45. So we're going to do an abbreviated Morning Buzz show edition. And then also, I've also got another 6 hours to go before I get to Nashville. So I'm pushing to get there by 6 tonight, my time. Right now it's 9:06 in Missouri, Columbia, Missouri. So we've been kind of going on this trip really just minute by minute, not really knowing where we're going to stop. We knew that we were going to stop 2 places, Cedar City, Utah, our first night. And we knew we were going to get to Castle Rock eventually in Colorado, which we did that. We actually also got to Newcastle. So we stopped in 2 places with the word castle in the name in Colorado. So that was fun. Did some visiting with some friends in both of those spots. I had a chance to do some yoga on Saturday morning, so we'll talk about that. Did some farmers market stuff. You know, my goal was to do this trip and try to eat locally sourced food in every stop. And I realized quickly doing that it was going to be damn near impossible. So then I kind of shifted it and I said, okay, well, maybe not locally sourced, but maybe we just stick with whole, like farm fresh, whole foods, vegetables, fruits that are purchased locally in wherever I go. And so that's been a little easier. But like in Cedar City, for instance, I went to the farmer's market and I bought a bunch of fruit. Okay, Cedar City, just let me give you guys a visual here. Let's see here. This music is jamming. All right, so Cedar City. Oh, I forgot. I don't have 2 screens, so I'm kind of... Okay, so here's Cedar City. Let me see if I can... Okay, so directions from Cedar City to Templeton. This was our first day. We drove 569 miles from Templeton to Cedar City. All right, so just so you know, Saturday morning when I went to the farmer's market in Cedar City, I got fruit, and the place I got fruit from, she's gonna kill me for not remembering. I can look it up. But her fruit, she actually drives a truck to Santa Maria, California from Cedar City, loads up her truck with all the fruit, brings it back to Utah, puts it in a cold storage, and then sells out of it within like 3 weeks.
Wow.
So all of her fruit in Utah comes from Santa Maria. So
That's good.
it was kind of local for me, but kind of not, right? So, but I did buy some vegetables that she grew. What else did we buy from her? I think it was just fruit and veggies. But it was great. Cedar City was a cool spot. I got some footage. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Places. Got some footage from Cedar City, so that was nice. Really, 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 really cool. Shoot. Let me do this here. Let me exit out of this stop sharing. And I saw, so my co-pilot, Abby, literally watched, I don't know, 700 episodes of CSI or criminal in some kind of, what was the name of the show? I don't know, some like show that is really scary to watch. But so she did that. We couldn't get the speakers working on the Bluetooth, so I had to listen to my podcast in my headphones the whole time.
I tried to help you out yesterday.
You know, a lot of people
on Sunday.
A lot of people tried to help me out. I was getting text messages and Instagram messages. Everybody was sending me YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff. All of that help was super nice and from a good place, and none of it helped. Yeah, it was like it couldn't have gone any worse. But we called an audible. We took the sound bar from the TV and we moved it up and just connected the Bluetooth to the sound bar. And so yesterday we drove 711 miles and did that luckily with Bluetooth speaker so that I could listen to podcasts without having headphones in the whole time. Because, you know, all day Friday, all day Saturday driving with earbuds in, you know, I probably did 15 hours of driving between those 2 days. My ears are super sore. You know, like those earbuds.
Yeah, the AirPods.
Yeah, the AirPods, man, they made my ears hurt. But
yeah, I did that on my way to Oroville a couple years ago, and Oroville is about an hour and a half south of Chico, so you're talking 5 to 6 hours with the AirPods in your ears. So I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I learned quickly a couple things on this trip. One, you have to make sure your sound is set up before you leave. Two, outside of California, it's really hard to source like fresh local fruit. Doesn't exist for some reason. I think maybe if I was on the southern route, we'd get a little more fruit in there, but they're not big on the fruit here in the Midwest. I can tell you that much. Yeah, so I did stop at our friend's house in Castle Rock, and I had some. She had some a locally grown harvested pork, and so she had made some pozole with some fresh tomatoes that she grew in her garden, So she made some tomatillo, you know, mixture in the pozole, and the pork was from them. So that was amazing. That was delicious. I probably had a gallon of the broth over like 24-hour period.
Mm.
Um, that was fun. It was delicious, and had some farm fresh eggs at their house. So the night before in Newcastle, we had dinner with friends and went on a hike, and we had a prepared meal that was their 20-year-old daughter who had been living in Korea for the last year. She came home and she prepped a traditional Korean meal for us. So it was all locally sourced food, um, uh, for the most part, and cooked locally. So it wasn't like purchased from a farmer's market, though. So that was the other thing. Um, but yeah, so what I'm finding is it's super difficult to find that stuff. Yesterday, let's see, where were we? In Kansas. We went to Colby, Kansas. Colby, Kansas. What's the population of Colby, Kansas? And Kansas is beautiful, by the way. I'd never been through there before, um, and I was pleasantly surprised. There was a little more hills than I thought. I thought in my mind I pictured Kansas to just be this like Lost Hills you can look for and see for hundreds of miles. And
Mhm.
I guess you probably could be like that in some places, but um yeah, there were more hills than I thought. So it was rolling green, beautiful lush green rolling hills. The weather was not the greatest. Okay, so population in Colby is 5,400.
Mm.
Um,
That's not a lot.
no, it's not a lot. We stopped at a grocery store called Dillon's in Colby, Kansas, and surprisingly, I don't know why I say surprisingly. I'm a snobby Californian, I guess. Um, but they had a really good selection of organic fruits and vegetables in the produce section. Um, and I shouldn't say surprisingly. That's just not right. I'm sorry. Sorry, Colby, Kansas.
You were glad to see it, is what you're saying.
I was glad to see it. Yeah, it was nice to
Yeah.
know that in one of the red states, if we're going to get political, that they too organic fruits and vegetables. And I'm not look. For some reason, the label organic to me um, is an important thing, and I've got an aunt who is in the produce industry, who buys and sells produce. She's been in it for 40 years. She's got friends and customers that are in Santa Maria and Salinas, and all up and down California. She's got her own opinions of what the word organic label means, and a lot of farmers that we know, same thing. Like, you know, I just for me, it's just something that we've been doing for so long now, for the last, I don't know, 7 to 10 years, of purchasing stuff that is like non-GMO, certified organic. Just just because I don't know, I don't know. Um, so if anybody out there is a farmer and you want to give me a reason why you should or shouldn't buy organic, I'd love to hear from you this morning. We have farmers that watch the show, don't we?
I think so. I think Melissa and Matt are farmers of sort, right?
They are farmers, and they're not certified organic. GABA is not certified organic. GABA Rossi, but it would be interesting to hear kind of what the difference is between certified organic and non-organic. And I know it's a certification process that they pay for to get the label, and you have to do different types of soil testing, I'm sure, and pesticides and all kinds of stuff like that. So there's probably a lot that goes into it.
Mhm.
Um, but Yeah, I just know that for so long in our house, we've just been kind of retrained to look for that local organic food first. Whether it's right or wrong, I have no idea. But it's
Which
just
is,
our.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's healthier.
I don't know if it is or not. Some people might say it's just the same,
Yeah,
but the farm just chose to pay the extra money to get some organic certification,
just
right?
depending on who you talk to. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
So, anyways, Colby, Kansas. I was pleasantly surprised. We had a group of teenagers that pulled up next to us in the motorhome, and they were in a little car, and it was like Memorial Day, and they were just cruising around looking for something to do. And you got to figure a town of 5,000 people, you see this bit of town because most travelers probably get off the freeway, go to the gas station, go to the subway or whatever is right off the freeway, and then they get right back on the freeway. We actually got off the freeway and drove into the town, like probably 2 miles off the freeway, just cruised around and looked at the town and did that. And yeah, so the local teenagers were like, "Whoa, who are these guys?" And so
Yeah.
they honked and rolled their window down, and then we stopped at a stoplight, and they were like, "Hey, you want to race?" I'm like, "Let's go." And of course they beat us, but and then we caught up to each other on the next stoplight, and they
That's
were
funny.
laughing.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
so it's like, hey, middle America teenagers on a Memorial Day just looking for stuff to do, and somebody from notable people from Colby, Kansas. Mary Brooks, she was the director of the US Mint. Okay. John Connolly, U.S. Representative from Kansas, from 1870 to 1940, he lived. Okay, Sheila Fromm, U.S. Senator, 1945. She was born. The 41st governor of Kansas. Um, let's see. Mike Hayden. He was from Colby. Zelma Henderson. She was an activist, school desegregation activist. Okay. Wayne Munn, professional wrestler. Oh, Samuel Ramey, opera singer. Mark Schultz, contemporary Christian songwriter. Ken Summers, Colorado state legislator. John Thomas, U.S. Senator from Idaho. Carol Voisin, Oregon politician. Okay, so basically all the notable people from Colby in Colby, Kansas, I haven't heard of any of them. Maybe one. How about you?
No. Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Hmm. Okay, so Colby, Kansas. That was our big stop yesterday. We did some grocery shopping. We purchased, and nobody's in a hurry. No, that's the other thing I've noticed so far is from Kansas, anyways. Nobody was in a hurry at that grocery store, and you know how they have the express line where it says 10 items or less or 12 items
Mm-hmm.
or less.
Mm-hmm.
This one said 12 items or less. Oh, what did it say? It said, oh, about 12 items or less. And so I had like 20 items, and I said, "Is this about 12?" She goes, "Yeah, that's about 12." And then so we're checking out, and she's scanning everything, and she's not in a hurry. And oh, this is a pet peeve of mine. Oh my gosh. I think this is a pet peeve of mine because I worked in food service.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at In-N-Out Burger for 5 years, 6 years. I worked at Starbucks for 2 years. I've just been in and around in that retail food service environment for a lot of my life, right? Um, I cannot stand when people that are waiting on you, or like she's the checkout clerk when she's checking you out. She kept touching her hair and her face. Oh
Mm-hmm.
gosh. And then she'd touch the groceries, and then she'd touch her hair again and their face. I'm like, but and then she had her mask on, and she's like coughing, and she's pulling it down, and um yeah, I don't know. I just so and what's ironic is yesterday morning I woke up with like the worst congestion and sore throat, and I still think, and then you can hear it. I'm kind of hoarse this morning.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
I think it's just from the moving air in the RV for the most part. But now I'm like, oh man, and nobody's wearing masks. You know, if you're not a worker in a store, you're not wearing a mask typically out here, which is a nice change to see people's face for the first time in a long time.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the people that are waiting on you and touching their faces and their hair, and she's blowing her nose. And now, granted, she blew her nose, put her mask back up, and then did the sanitizer, which is great. But then she went right back to, like moving her hair out of her face, and like, and then she'd like scan my apple, you know, like, dang, I gotta eat that apple.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's one thing. That's one thing. When I was in the store business, I worked at Albertsons for 5 years, and that's kind of a rule of thumb that I used and all that, because you got to think you're handling people's groceries that they're going to eat,
yeah,
so they don't want your germs, they don't want your stuff that's in your hair and all that, all that stuff. So I made it a rule that whenever I'm working, I never touch my face, my hand, or I
right.
mean, I never do any of that. And if I do, I go to wash my hands immediately. So, I mean, some people just don't have, I call it the proper etiquette, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to other people and their stuff, especially when the stuff that they're going to eat,
I
it,
know.
it carries on a different persona at that point.
It does.
Yeah.
Um, so anyways, we can talk more about my traveling experience. Let's talk about your weekend. We got a few minutes before Mr. Matt goes on. I saw yesterday you went down on Friday. You picked up some meats from Irish Oaks.
Hmm.
So you got that. You saved it till yesterday to barbecue.
Yep.
Did you cook it for your dad or just you?
No, no, he came over.
Oh, he did.
Yep.
Okay, good. So it's just it was father son barbecue yesterday.
Well, he was working. He just came over on his lunch break.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your initial takeaway?
Um, as far as the bring up the picture if you can,
Let's see
so people
here.
can see what we're talking about.
Anthony. Just in case you guys want to follow Anthony on Instagram, it's Big Ant Reed 95. I'm gonna drop it in the chat here. Big Ant Reed 95. All right, so let's see here. Let me move this window. Uh, I'm having a hard time navigating this morning just because I'm only on one screen, so you're gonna bear with me here.
I got no problems.
All right, so here we go. Here is your Instagram feed.
Hmm.
Um, pull that up. There it is.
So, so there was two types of sausage there. There was jalapeno cheddar sausage, and then also there was mild Italian sausage. Um, as far as the jalapeno cheddar goes, um,
Wait, can
it
can
has a
I
lot.
say
Huh?
can I say something
Good.
before you go? That jalapeno cheddar is probably the best sausage I've ever had.
Right. I was going to say that. Yeah, I was just going to say as far as the jalapeno and the cheddar cheese goes on it,
Mhm.
it's exquisite.
Yeah,
It's it's a little cheesy for my take, and
that's a
Melissa
that was a bad
and
joke.
a little cheesy, yeah. Um, um, and Melissa told me that on Friday. She goes, it can be a little cheesy. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay. So, but as far as the jalapeno goes, I like spicy stuff. I like spicy sausages. I like spicy stuff. So As far as the Italian sausage goes, it was the mild. I don't know if they have any spicy, but as far as the meat goes all together, you could just tell that it was like you could tell the difference, and so you could tell it's not like processed with antibiotics and all this other junk that they put into regular food now, and as well that goes with the hamburgers as well. It's
let's push pause because I want to deep dive. I want to deep dive this food and talk about it. But we we're talking about spicy things right now. So speaking of spicy things, Mr. Mac is in the waiting room. So let's get his spiciness on with us.
Wow, that's a great transition, Mike.
I'm full of them. I'm full of them this morning.
I'm just waiting till Anthony said something that you'd just go.
Exactly. Which, by the way, look at the cup Anthony's drinking his coffee out of. His hands are so big that cup looks like a thimble. Yeah. It does. It's amazing. How are you? Happy Tuesday.
Thanks, man. I'm doing well. Yeah, it's coming down. Last 2 weeks of school.
Yeah. 2 weeks left. Can you believe it?
I can.
I know.
Hey, this was a busy weekend. Probably our last busy sports weekend just passed.
Okay, so we had, what did we have? We had on
CIF
Friday.
Soccer Championships. Okay, of course. Yep. We had baseball doubleheader, softball doubleheader, swim championships, track and field, Ocean League Invitational Championships. Busy. But we did well. All in all, did well.
I'm trying to find.
Did you see the send-off for the girls?
I saw the footage of it.
Oh man, yeah! What a great representation of the Templeton community.
Yeah, our community is so cool.
Yeah. To see that. Go ahead.
I don't know if Anthony saw it, but basically, Anthony, they had police escort. You did see it?
I did. I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Police escort, fire escort. Girls were surprised. Only a couple girls knew it was going to happen. Most of the girls thought they were leaving in one of our vintage Templeton Unified School District school buses. And then to see a charter bus out there with posters out there waiting for them, and then lights and sirens on both ends, crowd on Main Street. Pretty sweet.
So who organized that whole thing?
It's a combo.
You did it, huh?
Oh, we got lots of people. Everybody's got their hand in it.
That's great. That's so cool.
Yeah. So girls lost 1-0. But what a game. Overtime lost to, I don't know, 4 or 5 time defending CIF champions. We were the 7 seed. They were the 1. We knock off the 10, the 3, the 2, and almost knock off the 1. So great game. You hate to lose, right? But only 2 teams got to play for the chance to end, on a win. Coach Wells said it was a grueling match in the heat, 90 degrees out there, no relief. And he said something I thought was really interesting. He said and he's a pretty gracious guy, right? But he said Kingsburg won, but it's debatable who was the better team out there.
Oh.
And then he shared this with the girls, and instructive. He said, having slept on it, so he emailed this to him the next day. Having slept on it, I'm still so very satisfied with the season. We did more than we set out to accomplish. My goal was to have a senior night. That was the goal. Let's just get through the season. Yeah. You guys pushed it to the CIF finals. Congratulations. The send-off and the support of your community should make you very proud of all you've done. Some seniors I was fortunate enough to coach since they were so young. Beto was reminding me of the years and the hard work that we all poured into your success. Your coaches, parents, family, and friends all had a hand in making you who you are. Great athletes and better people, as Mr. Mack said. Juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, you guys are the future. Huge contributions by you guys, and I believe you had an education from the seniors in what it takes to play Prison rules CIF soccer. In everything you do, play like your hair's on fire. Maximum effort. Go Eagles.
Prison rules.
Well, they
Is that like
played some pretty tough games out there.
is that
And
like
not
you
a lot
put
of
a
help from
little razor blade on the end of your toothbrush?
I'm
And
saying there were some rough games out there with
yeah,
some less than sportsmanlike sideline behavior from. I'm not naming any teams, but our girls always played with class, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. And I know
So-
Coach Wells wouldn't either.
let's break down the roster real quick. How many seniors are on there that we lost? It's a Lindsay,
I knew you were going to
Summer.
say that.
I know. I'm just thinking. I there's a ton of underclassmen.
Yeah. Well, we're losing as I'm. Let me look at the picture here. We're.
I know Lindsay and Summer.
Yeah, Lindsay, Summer, Marin.
Is Maddie a senior? No,
Maddie's a junior.
junior.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to misname somebody.
Can I call it right now? Can I call it
What are you going to call?
CIF finals next fall?
Wow. Yeah. Hey, that'd be great. I mean, we
Call
got a
it.
great squad. You hate to lose Olivia Wells. You hate to lose Marin. Oh my gosh. We got quite the squad out there. But as you look at the team, we got a good number of people coming back. I think we lose 8. I want to say 8, but I'm not sure.
That many? Wow,
Well, I don't know. See, now you're making me.
that's a lot. I don't think we're losing 8.
No.
I don't know.
Well, let me see if I can take a look really fast. Where would I have that? I'd have that somewhere. Hang on, I got it for you, man. Let's see.
I'm not going anywhere.
Soccer, okay. Boys soccer, girls soccer, okay. Seniors, yeah, we are losing. You're right. It's not 8. It's 10. We're losing.
That many?
Yes, sir.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, you probably want me to name them for you now that I'm kind of seeing them. Emily, Puita, Lindsay, Summer, Michaela, Olivia, Emma, Marin, Sophia, Kaylee, and Nicole. Losing 10.
Okay, I'll retract my statement.
Making the
CIF
playoffs? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm still saying these girls, the younger girls got. I think the coach said it in his letter. Like they got a,
Education.
yeah, they got the standard set for them by the older girls, and yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Well, good for them. Unfortunately, the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but what an awesome end to a season.
yeah, but who would have thought? I mean, my gosh, we were ranked number 7. New coach. I mean, not new to soccer, obviously. Coach Wells got great experience, but not at high school coaching our team. Stepped in with a great group of girls and just played their hearts out. Represented us so well. You know, they got one home game. And Kingsburg, they got home game through. I mean, that's what you get for being number 1 seed. You get home game all the way through. But, you know, we had to beat the 2 at the 2's place. We had to beat the 3 at the 3's place.
Right.
Come on. So, anyways, I still wouldn't trade our girls for anybody. So, hey, one zip overtime loss for the girls. We go to baseball. Baseball sweeps Paso. You know, they won earlier in the week, and then they beat them on Saturday twice, 1-0 and 9-6. So, you know, great for them. And we're waiting for, let's see, they're awaiting their seeding in Division 3. They're currently ranked number 4. So the ranking doesn't necessarily equate with the seedings, but we're ranked number 4 in Division 3 by Max Preps. So we got second place in the Always Tough Mountain League. We were 13-5, 18-7 overall. Looking good. We're right. I think we're right where we want to be going into the playoffs.
Everybody healthy?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for the most part, they're all healthy. So looking forward to that. Coach told me that first playoff game is set for June 9th.
Next
That
Wednesday?
seems like well, that's what he said, June 9th.
Wait, when June 10th is graduation? Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So, if that's actually when, it is, which, coach would know, but if that's when it is, we're looking pretty good because that gives us 8 days off, lots of time to rest and get the arms ready and all that sort of stuff. So that's baseball. Softball, they split with AG. Those were their last two baseball's last regular season home games. These are softball's last regular season home game. They split, and they ended up 12-3 in league, and they tied for first place with AG. They lost 7-6 in the opening game, and then came back and won 9-3 in the second game, which they needed in order to tie for the league championship. So that's awesome. Right. First round of CIF for them is June 7th. Date, time, and opponent, that's to be announced. And just, our girls, they've been knocking the cover off the ball. Alyssa Moore hit her 5th home run this weekend. Let's see, who else? Charlotte hit her 8th home run of the year. And I think Izzy had another one. But I can't remember now. Let's see. She had her 4th home run of the year. So, we got strong pitching. We got great hitting.
Yeah.
So a lot to, we're pretty excited about what they could do in the playoffs as well to maybe baseball, softball, CIF champs. Did I say it out loud? I don't know. We'll see. They're looking awesome. Swim had their CIF championships. So, these are the best of the best in CIF. Our boys 200 medley relay and 200 freestyle relay. Let's see, they placed 20th and 21st in, 20th in the medley. No, 21st in the medley and 20th in freestyle. Senior Alex Harding, who we're going to miss next year, had his personal best split in 50 breaststroke. Let's see, who else? 200 girls medley relay with Brianna Griffiths, who's a record holder, Jenna Sanders, Elise McIntyre, Claire Opedal. They came in 7th place. Anybody who gets 8th or better gets medals, so that was sweet.
Yeah.
Claire Opedal got 12th in the 100 butterfly and her personal best time. She got 5th in the 100 backstroke. So she was a medalist, and it was her best time of 1 minute and 94 hundredths of a second. Brianna Griffiths got 9th in the 100 breaststroke and her personal best. And both Claire and Brianna now hold school records for the backstroke and the breaststroke. So That's awesome for them. Great season overall. Of course, the girls represented us and the guys represented our school and community so well. Proud of those guys and all they did. And then the only other one is track. And this was the Ocean League Invitational. And I don't know if you saw that picture that I, posted from the 100. Boy, Josh and Hayden, those guys keep nipping each other right at the finish line. It's hard to tell from that picture who won, but
let's see here.
Josh by 3/10 of a second beat Hayden, and it was the other way around last weekend. So
where is it? Let me see here.
So it's right toward the bottom. We got 2nd and 5th in the 200.
This one, right?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that finish.
So wait, who won?
Left. Josh Berna, 300th of a second.
Wow.
3/10 of a second, sorry.
Is it because his curls were head?
I'm not sure. I didn't want to make that call, man. That call is that one's pretty tight.
I think it's because these curls
maybe
swung out right at the right time.
Yeah. In the 200, Josh took second, and John Nicholson got fifth. In the 400, Nicholson got second. Josh Bell in the 1 mile ran the fourth fastest time in school history in the mile. His personal best, 4 minutes 33 seconds for the mile, 4:33. 3,200 meter, he ran a 9:45. That's the 2 mile, 9:45, second fastest in school history. Freshman.
3,200, 945, 9.
That's 2 miler.
45 divided by 2. Okay, what is that? What is that? 4 minutes and
I don't know. I'm not doing that math. That's what you guys get paid for.
let's see, 9 minutes 45 seconds.
Where's the
right?
math
Hold
lead
on,
when you need it?
All right, 540 plus 45. That's 585 minutes divided by 2. It's 292 minutes divided by seconds. Sorry, divided by. So that's 4.8 minutes per mile. That doesn't give me the.
Nah, that's not what you're doing.
Anyway,
we'll come back to you next week on that one.
Yeah, come on.
Anyways,
where's Allison?
9:45, second fastest in school history as a freshman. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
What else? 4x100 relay, fastest. First place, Hayden, John, Mason, and Josh. Great picture of those guys. And they look like they could be a weightlifting team too. 4x400 got third place. Shot put, we took third and sixth. Discus, second and seventh. High jump, we took second, third, and 2/5 in that place in high jump. Long jump, we took first, fifth, and ninth. Triple jump, we took second. Just great effort. Discus, girls discus, we took first. Girls high jump, we took second. So, class and athleticism from our track team and track and field team on over the weekend. So that was the Ocean League Invitational. CIF still to come.
Where was that? Where did it take place?
I'm guessing Santa Maria. Yeah, Santa Maria.
Yeah, Pioneer Valley. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looked like a gorgeous day out there.
Yeah, guys overall took second place in league. Girls fifth, and guys just missed beating Santa Maria High, 7 points behind. So great effort in a tough year, as people had to choose sports and which sport they're going to play and all that sort of stuff. Great showing.
So cool. Okay, so no more track, no more.
No track. You still got CIF.
Oh, we do have CIF.
Soccer's done. Swim's done.
Golf.
Golf. No, golf's still coming.
Okay. Baseball, softball
still coming. We're just not going to have the compacted. We got 6 sports going tonight, but we are going to be having playoffs. Multiple sports have their playoffs. And we should know more today. You don't have Farley on today, do you?
No.
Okay. So I'm sure he's busy today and tomorrow trying to schedule, who's playing when and where and all that sort of stuff. But this is
who's on first?
What's on second? I don't know. Third base. So we'll know probably tomorrow who's playing where, who they're playing, all that sort of stuff. Hey, exciting. Mike, just one last thing, super important. Today is the deadline. It is the deadline for seniors to claim graduation tickets.
Ooh.
After today, and they're serious about this because we got to get tickets out to people, and there's people who need extra tickets. So if seniors do not claim their tickets today, they're going to start putting them in envelopes today, and they're going to hand them out on Thursday. Right after school, 12:45. So those people who requested tickets, they're going to get them. They're going to pick them up. But those that weren't requested, and I can tell you how many people haven't requested them yet. Let's see here. There's 160 something graduates. And so far, we have 117 that have requested. So those extras that have not been claimed. So if somebody doesn't say, I want 5 tickets or I want 8 tickets, we're taking those tickets and we're giving them to people like the Brady family who says, I need more than 8.
Right.
Or the Colts family. So later on in the week, we're going to make an announcement. Hey, first come, first serve on extra tickets. So if there's anybody out there who's got seniors, make sure that your senior by today is requesting their tickets, because that's it after today. The other thing that's tonight is athletic physical night. So if we have incoming freshmen, so current 8th graders, 9th, 10th, or 11th graders, if you're playing sports next year, you should be here tonight with a blue card, ready for your physical night, just so you're cleared and ready to go as sports take off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Did I hear the senior thing got canceled?
You broke up there, but I'm guessing you're asking if you heard that the senior trip, that did get bumped. Yeah.
Okay, so that's just kind of on hold till further notice.
No, it got moved to a date.
They did a sign.
I'm not sure what it is. I think it got posted. What is it? Sorry, I'm being corrected by my top-notch staff. It is on the 22nd.
The 22nd.
Yeah, and the reason they did that was because they were afraid, with having kids in a confined area, that someone was going to come down with something, and then that was going to knock a bunch of people out of the graduation ceremonies, and we wanted graduates walking the stage.
Wait, was that trip supposed to be before graduation?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right.
This weekend.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. June 22nd.
Yep. Hey, I gobbled up all my time today. I'm sorry, man, but so many great things going on with some great athletes and coaches, and just wanted to get that to you.
Yeah, good update. I appreciate it. Have an awesome Tuesday.
I'm going to. Anthony, take care. See you, Mike.
All right. We'll see you, Mr. Mack.
All righty.
All right. See you. Bye. All right. Matt McFarland, Activities Director, ASB Advisor, and Ambassador of Templeton Awesomeness. He is, that guy's just got so much going on, and he just knows everything. Like, you should see his desk. He's got this big computer, and it's literally like you walk in like it's a CNN newsroom. He's got screens everywhere and computers going, tickers. I mean, it's just nonstop with him. So no wonder he's got all that information. Hey, did you do track or no?
No, I just did basketball in high school.
Just basketball?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother did track though.
Your brother's younger or older? Older.
He's older.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the most important item of the day.
My food?
Which is your food. Let's see here. Let me get back to that screen here. All right, so the jalapeno cheddar sausages were too cheddary.
No, I didn't say that.
All right. Good morning, Mark and Shelly. They are saying hello to me. Hi. Trip is going very well. Thank you so much. Yeah, you did say it was too cheddary. You said it was too cheesy.
No, I didn't.
All right.
Well, what I said was, the cheese consistency was maybe just a little bit too much, but I was told that in the beginning. But that's what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said. So, but other than that, I liked it. It was pretty good.
So what'd you get? What'd you get this beef box? You got hamburger meat, and were the hamburger meat patties already made, or did you have to make those?
No, I had to make those on my own.
Okay, so what'd you do? Throw a little Famous Dave's rib rub season in them?
I did that along with a little bit of garlic powder and some other of my secret ingredients I can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
And other than that, yeah, it was pretty good.
All right. And then how'd you garnish your burger? What'd you put on it?
Cheese. My dad had one.
What kind of cheese? What kind of cheese?
Patty. Cheddar.
Just a straight sharp cheddar. You just sliced it and put it on there.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Along with some Famous Dave's barbecue sauce. I'm a Famous Dave's fan.
Okay.
So, yep, it was pretty good. I ate the all the hot links. My dad had one. I ate all the rest of them. So
you gave your dad one hot link and one burger.
He chose to have that. Yes.
Okay, and then you had the rest.
I had all the rest of it. Yes.
Okay, so what kind of bun did you use on that? A white bun or wheat?
Whatever the regular hamburger is. A hamburger bun is.
Just a white bun. Yeah. Did it have the little seeds on it or no seeds?
No seeds.
Okay. All right.
No.
So you went straight white bun, cheddar cheese, Famous Dave's barbecue sauce. Okay. Any lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions? None of that. No.
I like how you're breaking this down. Like, no.
I'm just trying to get a visual of your burger.
I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. I just didn't.
That's
no.
right. Hey,
no
do you
lettuce.
like it? Do you like it medium rare, or how do you like it?
I like it well done.
Oh, you do?
Well done, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. I don't want the salmonella.
You're not gonna get salmonella.
You gotta get that.
You gotta get that blood dripping down your hand when you bite in. Like,
well, no, actually, it's the weirdest thing. That if there's like too much of that, that'll give me a headache for like 8 hours.
Too much of what? Blood?
Yeah, it's weird. It's the weirdest thing.
Oh, interesting. I'll bet you this grass-fed farm-raised beef wouldn't do that.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't. But no, it's the weirdest thing though. If I have like too much of the blood or whatever in the beef, or if it's too red or whatever, after I eat it and after I digest it, it's like my body is saying, okay, what the hell is this? And it gives me a headache for like 8 hours, and it's crazy. So
interesting.
Yeah, it's a migraine.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from, but it hurts. It makes you feel your brain is what it does.
Huh.
So, and I've had those before, and it's not comfortable, and it's like you feel like you're gonna puke, but you know that you're not.
And do you think it has to do with any specific type of meat, or is it just like hamburger meat, or is it?
No, it's not. It's not the meat itself. It's more of how it's cooked. Well, it's like a couple months ago, at my dad's house, he had some lobster tails, and I'm not a seafood junkie, but and I really don't like exotic animals in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried it, and it was good. It was doused with a lot of things to make me think that it was something else, like hot sauce, seasonings, all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. So, and then I got home. I remember it was a Sunday afternoon, and I got back to my apartment, and I laid down and everything, and I got a headache, and the meat was cooked from what I know to the best of it ever being cooked without it being burned.
Look, do we need to break down everything else that you consumed that day?
Not if you want to.
Yeah, like what kind of sauce? What kind? Like let's
just regular seasoning sauce. I think it was Lawry's.
Like cocktail sauce, white, red. What?
No, it wasn't a cocktail sauce. No, like the Lawry's seasoning salt.
Oh, salt. Yeah. No, I'm talking about like what other like condiments did you have?
Oh, I don't remember.
Like, was it ketchup? Was it?
No, it wasn't ketchup. I'm not really a ketchup fan. I don't think it was too much of anything now that I think about it.
Are you allergic to shellfish that you know of?
No, I'm not allergic to anything, but for some reason, and that's what a friend of ours said as well. Excuse me. Shortly after that, is that I mean I've never had lobster before, or anything like that. I don't like shrimp. I won't eat it. I won't eat shrimp at all. It's just the exoticness of it. Is that a word? Um,
Exotic.
Yeah, but I added the ness on it, so exoticness.
Exoticness.
No, I just don't like shellfish. I don't like all the exotic fish. But no, it was the weirdest thing. Like, I got a headache, and I took ibuprofen, and I just knocked out for the rest of the night. I didn't puke or anything like that. It was just weird. So,
how much water do you drink in a normal day?
about a half gallon, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
It's about half as much as you should drink.
I know. It should be a gallon, but
yeah, at least a gallon.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm totally 100% against lobster tails and anything exotic in the sea. Sorry to disappoint you, Mike.
Weak. That's weak. Well, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you squared away. I think that it's probably not the meat that's giving you a headache, but maybe it is. But I'm not a doctor, so when I get some more time to deep dive into your diet, then we're gonna really get you straightened out here.
I'm gonna call you Dr. Brady from now on. Then,
yeah,
since you're gonna be my psychologist and doctor and dietitian and stuff.
Yeah, dude, your nickname's gonna be Anthony Kale.
Oh,
you're gonna be eating kale.
No.
Oh man. All right. So I am on day. Let's see. What is it? It's 8 o'clock right now.
You're within a week of your everything being over, aren't you?
No. I'm on day 64 right now.
Oh.
So I've got 11 days left. Day 64. Last night we landed here in Columbia, Missouri, and I still had it was 11 p.m. local time. I needed to do one more workout, and so I parked in the Walmart parking lot, put my running shoes on, got out, and just did 45 minutes worth of high speed.
Time out. What time is it there?
It was 11 p.m. here last night when we got here.
What time is it there right now?
It's 10:01.
Okay, so you're 2 hours ahead of me.
Yes.
Or all the rest of us. Okay.
Correct. Right. Yeah. So I walked. I did a 45-minute walk when I got here to the parking lot last night. Came back in and did my reading, and good to go. All right, Matt Garrett, easy hamburger recipe: 1 pound hamburger, 1 egg, handful of plain breadcrumbs as binding. Okay.
Is he talking to me or you?
Yeah, well, he's just posting it on the chat. So that's great. What's the reason for the breadcrumbs? Just for binding? Because you can do it without breadcrumbs and be fine, Matt. I've never put egg in my. We have our ground beef that we used from Noel's steer, and I just throw it in a pan, make it into a tight ball, then smash it down flat into patty. Okay. I just put it in a pan.
Oh,
I just
speaking
drop
of this,
the whole block in there,
speaking
and
of
then
this,
I just season it.
Do you want to see the end result of yesterday?
It holds the meat together. Got it. End result, what?
Let me send you this.
What are you sending me?
I'll send you something. You'll get it in 2.5 seconds.
Let's see here.
And bring it up on screen if you can.
What'd you do? Text it?
I did, yeah.
I don't have it yet.
It's sending.
Matt, you put breadcrumbs in your patties when you do a hamburger? Or are you talking like meatloaf?
That doesn't sound like a hamburger.
That's what he says. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see if I can pull this picture up.
And I'm pretty sure that Matt would appreciate seeing this too.
Window. Where is it? That's it right there, right?
Yes, sir. That's the end. That's the end result of yesterday.
Alex. All right, so okay, your dad says the bread holds the patty together. All right. I like just regular meat thrown in a pan. Throw a little salt and pepper on it. Grill it up. Maybe throw a little garlic, maybe a little onion powder. Pull it. Make sure it's still red in the middle. Fry a couple runny eggs on top of it. Get a whole avocado, put that on top of it. Maybe a little Tabasco to give it a little bite. And then you just eat it like that. No bun, no nothing. The burger meat and links were very good. Anthony will be our new meat model.
If he wants to sponsor my household, then I'm all for it.
Oh, that's awesome. You're gonna be like the guy, the Meat Church guy. Have you seen this guy?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'll show you this guy. This guy's good. Meat Church Barbecue. Yeah, dude, you need to get on the Meat Church. This guy's no joke. Where is he? Where's Meat Church? Oh, guy. Oh, well, I can't find it. But anyways, Meat Church, look it up. Meat Church Barbecue. It's kind of like your Famous Dave's. It's another brand. They do the whole kitchen sink hamburger. Yeah, I mean, I had so last weekend I had a burger from what's that restaurant in Paso on the corner?
Street side. Yeah.
Street side. Yeah, I did a Street Side Ale House burger. They did gluten-free bun. It was the first bun I had since I started this whole thing. The gluten-free bun, I wasn't. I wasn't too put off by it. It wasn't bad. It was a more dense, thick, like bun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was okay. Like it was a delicious burger. I had an egg on it. It was but I like a little arugula, a little runny egg, a little avocado. The meat, no cheese, just maybe a little grilled onion on it. Delicious.
Yeah, when we went to the backyard about a week or so ago now, that smash burger was good too.
Yeah, you had the smash burger.
A little expensive, but you get what you pay for, and that's a good quality burger. So
$16 burger.
It's $21 actually.
20? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I can show you the receipt.
No way. Oh, you got fries too.
I thought they came with it.
No, you get the burger. Everything's a la carte.
Oh, then
that's why.
Then.
Yeah, the burger's $16. The fries were $5.
Okay, all right.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's a good meal though. That was a good solid meal though. I gotta admit that. Yeah, it was a good solid meal. Yeah.
I still think Paso, Templeton, we need, and my wife will kill me if I do this, but I want to open a cheap barbecue joint. Like, why can't you roll up at 10 p.m. and get some brisket tacos, tri-tip tacos, tri-tip sandwich, brisket sandwich, sausage links, like just cheap barbecue under $10. Like it
Speaking of
doesn't
speak,
exist.
speaking of barbecue, especially here on the Central Coast, do you know?
Bronco burger. I haven't had a Bronco burger in a long time.
I haven't had that in a couple of years. Do you know Miss Odette? Oh, there you go again. Oh,
There I am. I'm back.
all right,
Sorry.
cool. Do you know who Miss Odette is?
Yeah, I don't know her, but her barbecue sauce is the best barbecue sauce I've ever had.
So I heard from, or I
Is she a Paso girl?
I watched a video. Yeah, she worked here for years. Has a business or had a business in town. I think she does out of her house. I think she does some catering stuff. Well, anyway, the point of her is that she is no longer going to be in business.
Why?
From the video I saw a couple weeks ago, she's going to go be closer to her mother up in, I think, Northern California.
Oh, so we need to get her recipe.
Yeah. So speaking of the recipe, she did say that if you wanted to contact her.
You know what? Can you get me in touch with her? Let's get her on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll reach out to her this afternoon.
She would be, and I don't even remember where I had her barbecue sauce for the first time.
It's all over Paso. It's all over Paso.
But it was the spicy, and I didn't live in Paso, and I got it somewhere else.
Oh.
But I knew it was from Paso, which is why I bought it.
Yeah.
And the spicy barbecue sauce that she has, oh my gosh,
yeah,
the best
good.
ever.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Let's get her on and see if we can extract that recipe from her before she shuts it down.
Yeah, I'll reach out to her after the show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. She's I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think her mom is having some health issues or something. So that's the reason why she's moving out of the area.
I think Irish Oaks needs a Miss Odette's barbecue sauce line.
Oh, definitely.
I think you need to get on that, Matt.
Definitely.
If you're still watching. That'd be cool. Yeah, very cool. Wow, I didn't know she was going to shut down. That's a bummer.
Yeah, I watched a video on it and I was surprised. And I'm like, what?
What do you mean a video? Like a YouTube or Facebook?
I think it was on Facebook. I think on her. It's her page is, or her Facebook page is Miss Odette's Casserole something. Casserole Club or something like that.
Odette. Miss Odette.
Oh, it's Casserole Kitchen. Miss Odette's Casserole Kitchen. That's what it is.
No. Miss Odette's Creole Kitchen.
Or Creole Kitchen, yeah.
Creole.
Yeah, I think I saw it on there. If you scroll around her videos and stuff, I'm pretty sure it's on there.
There's a picture of her. Miss Odette.
Yeah, so she's been a friend of my family for years. She knows all of my family, and I know all of her family as well. So,
does she have kids?
Yeah. Her kid. I think one of her kids lives here in town.
What I wonder what her kids' names are. She looks familiar.
Yeah, she's known all over the Central Coast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Miss Odette. Yeah, her sauce is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
What's another good? Well, you like the Famous Dave stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm a fan of others. I mean, I like other stuff too.
Yeah, I've never experimented with making barbecue sauce, but that's like one of my favorite condiments. You know what I used to, this is in high school. We used to do AM PM burgers.
Mm-hmm.
We'd get the burgers and we'd put pickles and onions and barbecue sauce and jalapenos and get like 50 of them. And we just, because those burgers were like 35 cents, weren't they? They were super cheap. I don't know. AM PM, man. We used to live off that stuff. That was disgusting.
Yeah, I wasn't alive 40 years ago, so I wouldn't know, Mike.
It's 95. It was 26 years ago.
Okay, I was
a
just
long time ago.
I was just born 26 years ago.
All right, we got Mr. Aston, the principal at Templeton High School, will be in this morning here at 8:15ish. We've got Templeton Youth Football coming in at 8:30, and the show will be over today at about 8:40 to 8:43. I've got to jump and get on another call. But let's see here. Randy Doty and Kyra are going to come in and talk about Templeton Youth Football signups. Oh, and to recap, last week Noel and I signed up. We are going to be flag football coaches, so we're going to coach the Buccaneers, and I think 5th and 6th grade is the grade level that we got. So I'm looking forward to that season kicking off. Should be fun.
And did Noel agree to this, or did you volunteer him?
No, I walk in and I tell him, I go, hey, I signed us up to be da-da-da. And he goes, Dad, I want my own team. I go, what? I go, no, it'll be great. It'd be like a father-son bonding thing. He's like, no, I want my own team. I want to coach with my friends. I go, tell your friends to get their own team, and then you could coach against them.
Yeah.
So
and have a rivalry going. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna. I guess he's got one of his boys that's gonna help him. I'm gonna be the manager. I'm gonna oversee the team and organize it. They're gonna coach it. And then I guess a couple of his buddies want to do it too. So, what about the old A&W Burger place in Paso? Missed that place. Yes, my sister-in-law Nicole worked at A&W, and that was they had great burgers. Their A&W burgers were bomb.
Well, you know what? A&W in Paso did try to make a comeback, and it did try to link up with KFC. But I don't think it's the same.
Well, so here's the story of the A&W in Paso. So it was a franchise that was an A&W franchise. They didn't really. The story, I think I'm getting it right. The story goes, Jim, the owner, and Holly, they liked some of the product from A&W. But they didn't like being a part of the franchise. So they ended up opting out of that franchise, I think, and turned it into 21st Street Drive or whatever. Kept kind of the same menu and stuff. But then, yeah, the KFC, whoever owns that KFC, purchased the rights to the franchise for A&W and turned it into KFC A&W. I haven't had it over there, but I know that there's a few different A&Ws locally. But yeah, Jim and Holly, the old 21st Street A&W, great place. They employed a lot of local kids growing up. I know that Nicole, my sister-in-law, worked there. Huera worked there. I'm blanking. Lots of people.
Was it the one in town that had hostesses on roller skates?
Yeah, one time, like in the 80s, maybe they were doing roller skates, but in the 90s they weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I think it's just an empty lot still. They bulldozed it.
Are you sure?
Really,
are you sure it's not the old Foster Freeze that's over here?
No, it's not that
it's
one.
Not? Oh.
It's real close to your house. It's on 21st Street, 21st and Spring.
Yeah.
I think it's an empty lot right now. No, but the Foster's Freeze was good too. Yeah, Mark and Shelly said, "What about the Foster's?" The Foster's was good.
I would still go there if it was still there to this day. It is good, or was.
Yeah, is Foster's not there anymore?
No, it's some Mexican restaurant now.
Really?
Yeah. Has been for the last 5-6 years.
Okay, man. You used to get those dipped ice cream cones.
I used to get the chicken strips with the French fries and ranch dressing. Ooh, that was good.
Mm-hmm. Man, the chicken strips. Remember, we used to get the Mojos at what's that? Krager's down on 7th Street.
Yep, Krager's is still there. Yep.
Yeah, the Mojos from Kreger's, man. Everybody used to go get those.
Yep. Still there, but it's under different ownership though.
I love how that we're talking about all this stuff and we wonder why Americans are all fat and overweight and have health problems.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of contradicting.
it's like, oh man. Yeah, I think there's a shift coming though. I think there's an overwhelming thought process that's taking place that everybody wants to get more healthy, and I'm trying to unlock that within myself as well, because there's nothing like good fried food, but man, you can't eat like that. You can't. That's been saving me on this road trip. Like a cross country road trip, eating like crap would be the death of me right now. Mike, I think you'll need to open a waffle and chicken house after you get back from your trip, right?
I'd work there.
Yeah. I haven't had any local or Midwestern Southern type food. When we get to Nashville tonight, I'm not gonna stray from my diet. I'm on day 64. So I got 14 more days, 13, 12, 12 more days. 12 more days and then I'll be in the clear. But I'm not going to reintroduce bad stuff into my diet. I think I'm going to I might have a glass of red wine. I might try some beers. But I kind of like the no sugar for the most part and the no dairy. I like that. Although I miss cheese. Man, I love cheese. I heard an interesting thing on a podcast about the fact that this misconception of people like dairy because that's your source of calcium, but there's foods that are higher in calcium, like kale, for instance, is a major source of calcium. And the calcium in dairy, there's so much acidity that it actually counteracts what you think it's supposed to be doing to your bones. And so it ends up, I don't know, deteriorating the calcium in your bones more because of the acidity. But I don't know that to be true. That's just what somebody claimed on the podcast. So I'm going to dive into that more. But it's interesting. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts with guys that are plant. What do they call it? Plant based. They're not vegan necessarily, but they're like whole food and plant kind of is their main focus. And they'll throw in some eggs or some chicken or some fish, stuff like that. But figuring out where stuff that grows in the earth that you can get the bulk of your nutrition from is interesting. What is interesting also is the B12. There's no good plant-based source of B12. And so if you're a vegan, you have to get that B12 from a supplement. So I thought that was interesting. And they also said that a lot of people don't know this, but the B12 B12 is something that a lot of people are deficient in. Let's see what WebMD says about B12. I don't think chicken strips are a good source of B12, by the way. I'm going out on a limb.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, vitamin B12 does a lot of things for your body. It helps make your DNA and your red blood cells, for example. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I just lost it. Where?
Are we still waiting on Mr. Aston to come in?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he sent me an email saying he's not coming in.
Oh.
Your body doesn't make B12. You have to get it from animal-based foods or from supplements, okay? The answer depends. Let's see here. When's the last time? Well, you had a big accident, so you probably have had a lot of tests. But have you had any blood work done recently?
Within this last year, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I had some blood work done
Well,
at the end.
I actually got tested for a DUI in my accident, so that's a form of blood work there.
Oh, but they didn't do like a full like blood workup.
No, no,
Got it.
no. They were just testing for alcohol and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I passed it because I wasn't drunk. So
Yeah, I'm thinking you got to get a full blood workup done to see how your how your cholesterol, like you got to get all that checked
I haven't had
before
that. Yeah.
before you get into Brady's boot camp.
Oh, so that's a requirement. Okay,
It's going to be a requirement. Yeah.
fair enough.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'll have to find it, but I got my blood work done. Everything in my blood work came back awesome. Of course, right? But the one thing that, what did they say? I forget now what they said, but they called something out that was like, wait, why are you calling this out? It was something like, oh, he needs to exercise, and I'm like, I exercise twice a day. That doesn't make any sense. Um, Anyways, all right, it's 8:25. I see Kayla is in the waiting room. Templeton Youth Football cheerleading coach, advisor, president of the cheerleading, the ambassador of all things cheer, Templeton Youth Football. We're waiting on Randy Doty to get into that waiting room, and then we'll get them on here at 8:30. I'm going to say Mr. Aston's not coming on because we're going to not have time for him anyways at this point. But and then again, I've got to jump super early today at 8:42 to get on a call at 8:45, and so the show is gonna be short today, and then I've got another 6 hours to drive to get to Nashville tonight. Yeah, 711 miles we drove yesterday. And so that's what I think I left Colorado at 10 a.m. Colorado time, and we landed at 11. So we drove 12 hours.
So can I point out the fact that when you started this trip on Friday, that you didn't leave till after 1 o'clock?
Yeah, what'd you say? You called it too. You said you're not leaving till 1:30.
Yeah, I said I bet you won't leave till after 1.
And I think we literally pulled out of Paso at 1:30. Yeah. We pulled out of Paso at 1:30 p.m. and we got to Cedar City, Utah at 1:30 a.m.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
12 hours.
I drove about 611 miles on Friday. And then Saturday we drove to Newcastle, Colorado from Cedar City. And then we did dinner there and a hike with friends, and then drove another 3 hours to just outside Castle Rock, stopped in a Walmart parking lot, slept there for 5 hours, and then got to Castle Rock yesterday. No, not yesterday. Sunday morning, about 9 o'clock, we got to Castle Rock. Gorgeous day. It was raining though, but the mountains were green. The rivers were flowing. There was just all kinds of wildlife. Our friends live on 250 acres, and it backs up to a 6,000 acre reserve, right? So nature reserve. So it's literally untouched land that we just went hiking on, and we saw antelope, and we saw elk, and we found some. They call them, what do they call them? Sheds, antlers. And so we saw birds. I mean, it was just gorgeous. Went on this 2.5, 3 mile hike up in the mountains and climbed rocks, and it's super peaceful. And my brand new running shoes got soaking wet, and so I heated them up afterwards, and they kind of curled up a little, and so I got to stretch them back out now. But yeah, it was worth it. Yesterday morning we left Castle Rock at 10, and then drove 12 hours and got to Missouri. Columbia, Missouri. And so today we've got a 6-hour drive going into Nashville. We'll get to Nashville tonight around 7. So yeah, that's and then a day in Nashville, and then we fly home. Things I didn't get to do that I wanted to. I wanted to swing through Bentonville, Arkansas to visit our friends. Didn't get a chance to do that. We're out of time. And then Memphis, I wanted to drive through Memphis to go to Graceland because I've never been there. But I just don't think it's going to happen because Memphis is kind of out of the way from the route that we're currently on. So, but I'll be back. My daughter is going to go to Belmont here in Nashville in the fall. And so I have a feeling that we'll be spending a lot of time back and forth between California and Nashville. So looking forward to that. All right, let's get Kayla in for Templeton Youth Football. We're waiting for Randy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Oh man, now I got Mr. Aston in the waiting room.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold real quick
Sure.
and grab him real quick.
Of course.
We've got limited time this morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good, Mike. How are you doing?
Good. I need your update in 2 minutes or less.
Okay. Big couple weeks coming up.
Yes.
We've got first big event. Tomorrow is Evening for the Stars. It's our annual awards ceremony, and that's where students get we recognize valedictorians, salutatorians, scholars, departmental awards, things like that. So that's Wednesday. We start finals on Friday. Every day this week is in person. We don't have a distance learning day Wednesday. Next week is graduation on the 10th. Same thing. We've got 4 days that week. We finish up our finals. We move the 10th. We're all done. So, and then we're doing a grad walk with the seniors on the 3rd.
Thursday.
Thursday. Yep.
Yeah. So a question, we've got some teams in the playoffs or in CIF. How are we balancing that with their final schedules? Is it just every teacher's kind of making concessions?
Right. Every athlete that needs to make sure that they're communicating with their teachers. For example, we've got the kids going to state rodeo. They've worked it out with their teachers to take those finals early, so that they're able to participate in those events. I forgot to just mention, I don't know if Mr. Mack was on here, but our girls put up a heck of a fight on Friday for the soccer for CIF. Just a heartbreaker. I watched most of it, on an FHS, and it was quite a game.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I mean, how awesome it was though for them to get that send off and then to go out and compete against. I think he said they were like a 3 or 4 time champion, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, so, and I know for sure they were the number 1 seed going into the CIF tournament.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that it came down to overtime for our girls to put up a fight. I mean, they put up such a great fight, and they did such a great job this season, and we're so proud of them.
And we're losing 10 seniors from that team, but we're stacked coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I've already called it. I'm saying CIF finals for them again next year. I think I
hope so. Yeah.
They've tasted it, and those younger girls will set for them. And I think they're just going to turn it on next year. I'm excited to see them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Now, okay, so we've got next Wednesday. Mr. Mack did mention that there are some seniors that have not claimed their tickets.
Right.
And so it sounds like they've got 24 hours left or so to claim those, and then they go out to the other seniors.
Right. Yeah, we're giving them till 3:00 today.
Okay.
To get on there. It's a simple Google form. I'm here in a few minutes when we have announcements. I'm going to get on there and just remind them, like, hey, got to get this done. Got to sign your code of conduct. Well, there's the code of conduct that needs to be signed to. We're still missing a handful of those as well. So, we're getting close. We're getting to crunch time.
Okay. Well, it's exciting. All right, Mr. Aston, I will let you go. I've got a short show today, so I've got to get Templeton Youth Football in as well, but I appreciate you checking in with us.
All right. Thanks as always for having me.
All right. See you, Josh.
Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, let's go here. Templeton Youth Football in the house. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. This is Anthony Reed. If you guys haven't met him, Anthony does Paso Robles Incidents and Actions. He's got a Facebook page that's got over 6,000 followers. And so he co-hosts the show with me and just lets us know what's going on. He breaks into the action if there's a police chase or something. So he might interrupt us if we need to go to breaking news.
Nice.
All right.
You
All
heard
right.
it
So
here
let's
first.
talk Templeton youth football.
Yeah, we have a big week. We had a sign up last week and we have another one this week at Templeton Park. It's this Thursday, the 3rd from 5 to 6:30. It's really kind of a one-stop shop. You can come get all your registration paperwork done and get fitted for your uniform so you're ready to go. For those football players, they get to pick their number, which is really great because it's first come, first serve. So
Yeah.
I recommend heading down.
And where can we find that information online?
All of our information is going to be on our Facebook page at TYFL. And then we also have an Instagram page we try to keep up to date as well.
All right, I'm going to put the link here in the chat. Let's see here. Make sure I got it. All right, so the link to the Facebook page is there in the chat. If you guys want to click on that to get all that information. All right, so how's it looking? How is the enrollment and all of that going?
We're doing good. Cheer is always out in front. We have so many girls that just love our program. So we've got a good number going, but football is coming right up on our tail. We're definitely out of the gate strong. So we're excited.
We're actually going to use some of the overflow of the girls in case the football teams need to be filled up. So we're going to hand select some of the cheer that sign up for football this season.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be stoked about that.
Like a draft. It's cool.
You may or may not be a cheerleader.
Right. Oh, how funny. So, Randy, what teams do we have that we're going to have an 8th grade team?
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have a probably seniors, intermediates, and potentially even juniors.
Okay.
I think Bantams are pretty much off the charts for us, anymore. But I think, like I said, we got a pretty good sign up so far with football. Considering it was May, we don't typically get our signups until July.
Yeah,
So we had a pretty good turnout. I think, parents are ready to get their kids out. I think the kids are ready to get out. And so I think I have big hopes for this year. So we got a lot of big kids grown in this COVID, BS. I mean,
yeah, right.
I'm like looking at kids because I haven't seen them in a year, or what more. And, they're asking about, oh, you want your same number? I'm like, who is that? They're like, oh, so-and-so. I'm like, holy crap. So it's pretty exciting in that sense.
Yeah, that is cool. Now, how about coaches? You guys are all staffed up?
No, that's the same old thing. Pretty much all the coaches don't have kids. And so we'll see how that plays out again.
Yeah.
But
We always need volunteers, always, not just for coaching, but for the board as well. Like Randy said, almost all of our kids have aged out. So we really need to get some young families in there and help us keep this program going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And parents, if you do want to get involved, you can click on the Facebook link in the chat and just probably send you guys a DM to start.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mike, and I saw you signed up for flag football coaching. I mean, TYFL, we could always use coaching too. It's
Dude,
kind of.
I got so this is my coaching so far. I signed up to do the team with my son, and then I told my son about it, and he said, "No, I want my own team." So he doesn't even want me to coach with him.
I did that last year, or the year
Yeah.
before last. Yeah,
And the boys just said, "No, Dad, you're out."
you could be our water boy.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. No, okay. So, I'm not a youth football coach. A flag football I could handle because it's more about, to me, it's more about managing the game with the student coaches. The stuff that you do with the Templeton youth football, like you're running a football program, like that's a hardcore commitment, right? I mean, the hours that you put into your team, Randy, I mean, it's 6 days a week, if not 7.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's really
Yeah.
not work, when you love it. And so, any of us that, volunteer, put the time in, I mean, to be real honest with you, yeah, it's, it's a lot of work, it's a fun work, it's the fun stuff. And, it's kind of a little, step away from, normal life. You can kind of,
Right.
help these kids that, unfortunately, a lot of them, I mean, these coaches, the coaches, whether it's cheer, football, whatever, they're kind of their parental role models, that they look up to and really, have that authority figure. And so in that sense, it's kind of cool. But, as far as the time spent, I mean, I wish I had more time, just because,
Sure.
like I said, it's a blast. And then, you get to see these kids, grow up, like into high school, like I said, coaching Noel for the first time and, having that, wicked experience that, I don't wish
Right.
that on anybody, but,
Yeah.
just to see that and see him grow and see him, want to come back and do what he did. And then, all those kids. So it's kind of cool. I wish I could get, the kids, back when they're young and kind of go up like I did with the boys' group from Bantams up to seniors and,
Right.
kind of have that 5, 6, sometimes 7 years, coaching the same kids and through the ranks, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so we need some young dads to get in there. Dads with young kids. That's
Yep.
what we need. And moms.
Yep.
Right? For the cheer. For sure. Now, how many
Or
cheer squads
football.
do we have?
Well, we always base our cheer squads based on how many football teams we have. So I do my best to keep siblings together. We're not in the business of separating families on weekends, and sometimes teams are in different cities. So we really wait until those rosters are filled out for football, and then we place our girls by sibling and age the best that we can to fill out those teams.
Okay. Well, cool. All right. So coming up on the calendar before we go. So what do we got coming up here shortly?
Coming up first, again, like I said, is Thursday of this week. We have that sign up. This is our next real big push, and it's really going to help us to find out what those teams are going to look like. So if you're planning on signing up, Thursday is the day. It's the best day to do it. And then from there, we have our first fundraiser coming up next month. Randy?
Yeah, Mike, you should get some teams on this. We're gonna do a cornhole tournament.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So everybody likes cornhole.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
It's gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna have some cash prizes, raffle prizes. It's gonna be pretty fun. I just played one last month and came back to the board and said we need to do this. Let's get the fun stuff.
Where's it taking place?
This year we're gonna do it at the Moose Lodge in Atascadero.
Okay.
We were gonna do the whole Everest thing, but that's a big undertaking.
Sure.
It's a lot different than playing cornhole on the weekends. At the trailer.
Yep.
So we're talking about barbecuing. Cocktails. I mean everything that plays out. So they just did this. Aaron Shear is gonna kind of help us with this. He just put on the first one there at the Moose Lodge, and
Sure.
so he kind of was able to feather out some of the rough edges and stuff. So he's gonna give us a little bit of a guidance on this, help us do this.
Awesome. So cool.
So yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I gotta jump, but I just want to thank you guys for coming on. Throughout the rest of the week, we'll keep plugging it. On the 3rd, obviously Thursday, we've got the pulled pork dinner, and so the deadline is today. You're gonna pick it up at between 5 and 6:30 on the 3rd. And you can go to the TYFL Facebook page to get that information. Randy, I will take you up on the cornhole stuff.
Cool.
You can put me down for a team. I'll take care of that for sure.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, anytime you want to come back on, please, by all means, you're more than welcome to. So I appreciate you guys jumping in real quick for me today.
Yeah, you bet, man. Thanks a
Absolutely.
lot. This is
Thank you,
actually a pretty
Mike.
cool program that you got here, guys. So keep it up.
Thanks so much. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Templeton Youth Football joining us. Hey, I got to run, man. I got 2 minutes before I got to get on this other call. But you know what? It was a day one on the road show, and we did okay. We made it through.
Yeah, we did. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
All right, man. I will chat with you. Hope everybody has a great day today. Be safe. I don't know. The weather looks like it's getting sunny here, so I'm going to go out and enjoy it after my conference call. That's it. Talk to you guys later. See ya.